From hot spots to hidden gems and lots of local flavor, it's your guide to LA the unscripted way. And tonight, we're highlighting Black History Month from the soulful Alta Adams. Serving shrimp and grits and collard greens and spicy gumbo. If you've been looking for soul food in LA, we have got you covered. Hello everyone, I'm Dana Devin from the historic home of Alta Adams Restaurant. And tonight we're diving into the details and the dishes of this SoCal hotspot.
I grew up in the projects. In the impoverished community, the options were limited. The opportunity just wasn't there. I didn't have no Huxtable family down the street that I go down to. Like the examples were street. I followed the example and I landed where everybody landed, in prison. I did 10 out of 11 years, and today we're having different conversations about me, right? I'm having different conversations and my legacy has changed. My name is Chef Keith Corbin, and I am the executive chef owner of Alta Adams Restaurant, and we specialize in California soul food.
Our food is so good because of the love that we put into it, I think. We took a lot of time developing these recipes, and I think that it really does show in the cuisine. We're definitely known for our Alta fried chicken. Hi, my name is Ray DuBose-Woods, and I'm the sous chef here at Alta West Adams.
I wanted to create dishes that I grew up eating. Soul food in a sense it's big. The collard greens I grew up eating, watching my granny cook them.
Soul food is working with what you have and really putting your heart into it. We go to the farmer's market multiple times a week to source our vegetables and support our local businesses.
Currently, our most popular cocktails here are the Angelino, Cali Christmas, and the Genevieve. The Genevieve is a gin-based cocktail. It features lemon juice, a lavender-infused simple syrup, and elderflower liqueur. It's garnished with the lemon peel and lavender buds. And then we have the Cali Christmas. It's a cranberry hibiscus Cosmo. The Angelino, it's our take on a Manhattan. I get a lot of my inspiration and ideas from the kitchen. Last week, Chef Keith brought in a Buddha's hand, and I'm in the process of turning that into limoncello. I really feel like we are a family here.
It really does mean a lot to me to be a Black female chef in this industry, and I hope that other people feel like they can do it, because anyone really can be anything that they want to be.
Chef Keith comes from a similar background as my dad, so it was very comforting for me. We have like a better understanding of each other.
This community, this neighborhood is parallel to the one I grew up with. I grew up in Watts, right? Black and brown community. So it was very important on how we came in. And that was almost 2.5 years ago. Now you have about 10 to 12 restaurants on this street. You have a hotel, you have a lot going on. Some people say that we were the beginning of the change. To break through and to be able to have a place that's cultivating Black chefs to go out into the world and bring their knowledge, bring their influence, bring their culture, bring what they grew up eating, what they have to this field, this industry, right? We can change it. We can definitely change it.
Now I know what heaven feels like. Pack your bags, yeah, baby, we're leaving.
You guys, my mouth has been watering since we walked in the door. And coming up, I'm gonna bite into a couple of their standout dishes. I may even have a cocktail or two. Hey, it's my job. Right now, Jasmine Simpkins is doing her part to brew up another hot spot that serves carnations with your coffee.
Welcome to Bloom and Plume.
Thank you.
You're getting a warm welcome from Mr. Leroy.
Well, thank you for having LA Unscripted.
You're very welcome.
Here to see the space.
Bloom and Plume is my flower business that I've had since 2010. I started it as a way to follow a little bit more of my creativity. We make custom arrangements. We do a lot of high-end florals for big companies, celebrities, you know, all of that. So the biggest name that we've worked with is we've worked with Beyonce, we've worked with Rashida Jones, Maya Rudolph. We treat it more of like an art practice, so you're kind of like buying a little baby sculpture. Before I started my business, the only black florist I had ever seen was Preston Bailey. And I noticed him on Oprah for her 40th birthday party, and like he did, I think, her 50th, and it was like so grand and so over the top. And like that was kind of like my inspiration in many ways. I would describe my style as, we kind of call it natural opulence. I like a lot of movement. There's a lot of dance in my life, and so I like the arrangements to look like they're constantly in motion. I like things to have a lot of texture and dimension, and really like the overall gesture when you see it is like, whoa, breathtaking.
I love the name, but I want to know from you, like, how did you guys come up with it?
I really have a love for flowers. I knew I was starting a flower business. And I love feathers. So I just thought Flowers and Feathers was a weird name. It was definitely a group effort. We're like bouncing ideas back and forth on like what would be like the perfect little pairing. And that's what we went with.
And boom, here you are. And how long has it been? Business has been here.
The coffee shop has been here, it'll be 3 years in January. The flower business has been since 2010. We're in Echo Park, historic Filipino town. This has been my neighborhood. I've lived here for 18 years. There has just been a lot of change in the last 5 years. And I was like, somebody's gonna open a coffee shop. It's gonna annoy me. So let me be the change that I wanna see in the world. So my brother and I partnered together. He runs the business side of it. I run the creative side of it. And we opened Bloom and Plum Coffee. We have all of your regulars. We have your lattes, your cappuccinos, your cortados, your Americanos. Right now we have what's called candy on drip, and it is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna pour you a cup.
Oh, let's do it.
We're considered like a third wave shop, so it's very bespoke. It's I wanted that like high-end experience, but at a price point and a vibe that was accessible to all, and where everybody felt comfortable to come in.
I had to open the top button of my pants just watching that piece. Okay, coming up, we get popping in Long Beach at a family-owned gourmet popcorn shop. And inside the Black-owned brewery that serves hops and hope for other cool companies.
You like it when you check up on me. Yeah, I know that it's the way you like to make me feel like I'm special every day. You always.
Welcome back to LA Unscripted from Alta Adams Restaurant, one of the many places we're highlighting for Black History Month. And right now, we're checking out the cocktails at this soulful eatery. Okay, what are we making?
We're gonna make our Angelino.
Okay, this is your take on a
Manhattan. Booze forward, spirit forward.
booze forward drinks. That's a booze forward drink. Oh, I love these ice cubes.
We're gonna stir this on a large rock. It melts less, but it just chills it faster.
Okay, okay.
Float above the city.
I put the bitters in the bottom of the glass.
Okay, and this is actually a mole bitters.
Yep, mole cacao spice.
I've never heard of that before.
We're just gonna garnish this with a little orange and a cherry.
And does that really make a difference?
Yes. Stir at the end because I put the bitters in the bottom of the glass.
Okay. It looks so pretty. Oh God, it even smells delicious. Oh, it's so smoky. It feels warm when it goes down, and it's a little sweet. That is delicious. And I don't even really like Manhattans, and I love this. That is a winner. And when we come back, I'm finally digging into the food here at Alta Adams. Plus, crab legs, hot wings, and banana pudding. But in popcorn form? An LAU loyal viewer shows us her favorite shop. And get a beer that pays homage to historically Black-owned universities.
What's really amazing about the Music Center is how it has always been led by strong, powerful women. The Music Center is this amazing combination of theaters, restaurants, and public spaces. We're probably most known for the iconic 4 theaters. We're sitting in Walt Disney Concert Hall, which is the home of the LA Philharmonic and the LA Master Chorale. The Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, which is the largest, which is home to both the LA Opera and to the Music Center Arts. Then there is the Mark Taper Forum, which is our smallest venue and is programmed by Center Theater Group. And the Amundsen Theater, which is a 2,000-seat sort of Broadway roadhouse, also programmed by Center Theater Group. Also on the plaza are 3 restaurants, the Welcome Center,
Right.
and all summer long we set up between the flagpoles a summer stage, which is where all of the free and low-cost performances happen and all of the dance parties happen. So this becomes a hop-in place all summer. We are in the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion.
Okay.
And this incredible 1964 palace is old, glamorous
It's
Hollywood.
beautiful.
As you said, it's total mid-century.
Yes!
It's just spectacular. You know, the Oscars were here for 30 years, and in its day, it was all Hollywood glamour. And where we are is in the Oval Bar, which
Okay.
is the main public bar in the buildings. And there are 3 amazing public spaces here at the Music Center. At Walt Disney Concert Hall is the Blue Ribbon Garden, which is up on the 3rd floor. So this fountain, after Mrs. Disney died, her children and grandchildren got together and put together what Frank Gehry called a rose for Lily. And Frank designed this beautiful fountain, which reflects a love of her roses and her ornate, elaborate, beautiful rose garden at her home, as well as her love of Delft china. She collected Delft, and this is a mosaic created of Delft. If you let your eye wander, every now and then you'll see a piece of color that is clearly not Delft. And because this was built on site by mosaic artists, each artist was allowed to put in one individual piece.
That's so cool.
So there's Jerry Moss Plaza, which is on the original Music Center campus and does incredible free and low-cost programming all summer. And then across the street, stretching all the way to City Hall, is Grand Park, which is our significant, wonderful park. There's free programming all year. There's Sunday sessions where DJs are spinning tunes. There's free yoga classes. There are festivals. It's this huge place, which is this incredible resource for all Angelenos. There's incredible public art at the Music Center. The most significant is the Jacques Lipschitz piece on earth sculpture, which frames the entrance to Jerry Moss Plaza and to the Music Center itself. This is the dance door. It is a piece by the artist Robert Graham, and it was actually commissioned for an art collector and philanthropist's home. It was to be his front door. Come downtown, see the revitalization of downtown, come experience the arts, buy a ticket to a performance, come eat at a restaurant, or come to the free and low-cost activities. Everybody is welcome here. It is supported by you, the Angelenos, so we encourage everybody to come.
Welcome back to LA Unscripted as we highlight some of our favorite Black-owned businesses here in SoCal, like this amazing hotspot, Alta Adams, serving some delicious soul food. Right now, we're in the coffee wine bar, but I am focused on this food. Okay, look what we have here. We have a fried chicken sandwich. We have collard greens, which are vegan, by the way. We have candied yams, beans and rice, and their amazing 7-Up cake. Okay, ready? That is delicious. It's such a good batter on the fried chicken, and then you taste the pickles and the cheese. Oh! Okay, you guys, the viewers, have given us the absolute best suggestions of where to go, and that's exactly why we're in Long Beach today. And I want you to meet our viewer. This is Rosemary. Rosemary sent us an email. Do you want to read it for us?
Surely. Hello, I went to this gourmet popcorn shop. Seems like hundreds of flavors. A great husband and wife business locally, and I watch LA Unscripted all the time. There's not a day that goes by that I don't watch LA Unscripted.
Hearts! Rosemary! All right, do you want to go try some popcorn?
Sure, let's go. Hi, I'm Jasmine Chapman,
Hi, I'm Vernon Chapman.
and this is Popcorn World Long Beach.
This is Rosemary. So Rosemary suggested we come here.
Thank you so much, Rosemary. We are so appreciative of you. We love customers like you. We really appreciate it so much. So we have flavors like crab legs. We have a Doritos nacho cheese flavor.
Hawaiian pizza. Are you kidding me? Hot wings, loaded baked potato. These aren't even the sweet ones. We haven't even gotten to the sweet side yet.
So we are both from Chicago, and popcorn is like a huge, huge deal there. I think you guys are more so geared to kettle corn in California. So when you come and you see over 90 flavors, I think it just kind of blows your mind. Here is our first flavor.
It's really good. Is it dill? Is there dill?
Yes! This dill pickle.
It's so good. Oh my God.
Next flavor. So remember, this is a sweet one. Do you think that is butter salted caramel or banana pudding?
Banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
It is banana pudding. Oh my God.
Here's our next flavor.
Dreamsicle.
Woo!
It's dreamsicle.
Oh, yes!
That's spot on.
The flavors are actually licensed from the brand. So there's a brand, Popcorn World, that started in the Midwest. We're privileged to get those licenses of the recipes, and so they're already pre-made recipes. However, we are able to come up with our own. We get mom and dad, we get grandma and grandpa, we get the kids. Like, we've got a lot of kids from the elementary school down the street who like say, Mom, like, my friend bought in popcorn from Popcorn World. We need to go.
We are starting a fundraiser, and we are doing this to give back to the kids in the Long Beach school system. So schools can take advantage of our 50% kickback whenever they want to raise funds for sports programs or any other programs that they have in the schools.
This is my last one before they open the doors. Thank you guys so much for having us. This was so much fun.
Thank you.
This is delicious. And thank you to Rosemary, our viewer, who sent us here. And if you guys at home have suggestions, email us. This should be called Popcorn Heaven. We're taking you inside Crowns and Hops, where the motto is to preserve culture and community.
There's about 8,000 breweries in the US, and less than 1% are owned by Black people. We created a movement and a brand truly focused on creating more diversity and inclusion in the craft beer industry.
When we first decided that Crowns and Hops was going to be a brewing company to really start producing our own beer, we felt that it only made sense to release a beer that was dedicated to the very community we started building. So we created a beer called BPLB, Black People Love Beer, or Brown People Love Beer, which was a hazy IPA that we brewed right before the pandemic, actually. That was our first canned beer that we put out to the people, and it got so much traction that we've done different variations of that.
We had to show more brown and Black faces inside of the craft beer industry, from the consumer side to working at the brewery side, and showing what an actual brewery looked and felt like.
Yes, I'm ready to talk beer. For Black History Month, we have some incredible beers. First and foremost, we're starting with HBCU Hazy IPA. As you can see, it's one of the more popular and beautiful beers that have hit the market over the past decade. But it's our double dry hopped IPA dedicated to HBCUs. I attended Howard.
I attended Spelman College, so we are giving an absolute shout out to our HBCU alums.
We have this incredible collaboration with Black-owned coffee roaster, Red Bay Coffee out of Oakland, California. And then later in the month, we have 2 beers dedicated to the music of Black and brown culture, starting with Miles to Italy, which is our Italian Pilsner that we brewed in honor of jazz. And then we also have Royal Verses, which is our double West Coast IPA that we brewed in honor of hip hop. One of our biggest initiatives is our 8 Trill Pills initiative. 8 Trill Pills actually is a reference to a statement in the Kellogg Foundation's A Business Case for Racial Equity. It states in the report that if we focus on racial equity today, that our country stands to see an impact of $8 trillion to our national GDP. Crowns and Hops always been a reminder that people are always deserving of the very best. No matter what your background is, no matter where you live, you are deserving of premium products. And our mission is to preserve culture, to expand palates, psychologically and physically, and to build community. That's at the spirit of who we are. So cheers to that.
Such a great business. And that is all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us. So where will we see you next? Keep tuning in nightly to LA Unscripted, and we'll keep surprising you. We'll see you next time from Alta Adams. Mwah.